everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're ranking all the lip syncs from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13.
Dolly is giving you Britney Spears, like face, whereas Rosé is giving more of like a comedy special.
The arms, the movements, I was like, oh no ma'am.
So I went to Neiman Marcus on a shopping spree, and on the way I grabbed Soleil and Mia.
For this list, we're looking at all the Season 13 lip syncs and ranking them based on their overall entertainment value and popularity, even if one contestant was stronger than the other. We won't be including any performances the queens produced for the Reunited episode, even though Joey J did give that to us.
So tell me what to do now when I want you back.
If you aren't caught up on Season 13 yet, beware of spoilers. Which of these lip syncs was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Gottmik vs. Utica Queen.
Saturday, stepping into the club, the music made me wanna tell the DJ turn it up.
RuPaul took everybody by surprise when she kicked off Season 13 of Drag Race by making the queens lip sync in the first episode. Needless to say, the results were varied, and certain performances were better than others. Gottmik and Utica Queen's lip sync was interesting, namely because it gave viewers a really clear glimpse into both of their amazing drag personas and styles.
Here we are back up in the club, people taking pictures, don't you think they get enough?
We were introduced to Gottmik's signature face makeup and to Utica's artistic fashion sense, and we loved seeing that. However, those who were excited to see them lip sync against one another to Lindsay Lohan's unforgettable hit Rumors were somewhat disappointed. Overall, many fans felt that the performance was underwhelming and that it didn't quite do the tune justice.
I'm gonna do it my way, take this for just what it is.
Number 19, Utica Queen vs. Tina Burner.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
Tina's energy and moves made this performance of My Humps fun, infusing it with lots of personality. And while Utica brought her own flavor to it as well, many felt that her interpretation of the song made less sense. She brought a darker energy to this upbeat Black Eyed Peas tune.
Money and mix your milk with my cocoa puff. Milky, right?
It was in sync with her runway look, but not much with the song itself. Whether you liked her take on it or not, there's no denying it was unique. However, when compared to the lively approach Tina Burner took, a number of Drag Race fans were perplexed by RuPaul's decision to give Utica the win. Number 18, Utica Queen vs. Elliott with 2 T's. Snatch Game is always a big week on RuPaul's Drag Race. Just as there are queens that soar to the top during this crucial challenge, there are inevitably those who fail to bring the laughs. This season, Utica Queen and Elliott with 2 T's fell flat with their respective imitations of Bob Ross and Rue McClanahan.
I love gentlemen. Okay, all right, Rue.
As such, they had to lip sync for their lives to Company B's Fascinated. Considering what we had seen from Elliott with 2 T's prior to this, many were confused by her toned-down performance, while Utica pleasantly surprised a number of viewers here with her confidence and character. At the end of the day, this lip sync was solid, but it wasn't one of the show's most exciting.
Utica is using every inch of the stage. Miss Thing has daddy long legs. It's hard to keep up with her.
Number 17, Tina Burner vs. Elliott with 2 T's versus Kimora Hall.
Go, sister, soul, sister, flow, sister.
During the first episode of the season, most of the queens lip-synced in pairs. But we were also treated to a 3-way battle between Tina Burner, Elliott with 2 T's, and Kimora Hall. We were slightly worried that it would be chaotic. After all, it's harder to shine when you're competing against 2 other queens as opposed to just one on the runway.
High heel shoes, getting love from the dudes, 4 badass chicks from the Moulin Rouge. What?
However, for the most part, these queens held their own as they brought Lady Marmalade to life. We even got a few funny interactive moments between them. Tina brought something extra to the performance though, with her comedic prowess giving her an edge, and the win. Number 16, Olivia Lux vs. Denali. The challenge this week was one Drag Race fans know and love, the makeover. Except this time, the queens were tasked with transforming their fellow contestants into their doppelgangers.
We're keeping it all in the family.
By the same token, they were judged in pairs. Olivia Lux and Denali faced the consequences, as the judges criticized Olivia for not making her brand clear enough on Denali.
I don't necessarily equate this look with you.
As such, after spending the week working together, these two queens lip-synced against one another to Mary Mary's Shackles' Praise You.
America, you got two drag queens up here lip-syncing for their lives, Shackled by Mary Mary. This Christian song.
Both of them delivered, and Olivia ultimately won. Yet many fans felt that Denali did not deserve to be put in that position to begin with, making this lip sync one of the season's less popular ones. Number 15, Simone versus Utica Queen. What could possibly go wrong during a roast of some of Drag Race's most notable miscongeniality title holders? Well, Simone got in her head during the challenge, and as a result, her jokes did not quite land. Plus, Utica didn't heed the judge's warning about making sure her jokes were funny rather than mean, which really backfired. As such, they both ended up lip-syncing for their lives. As Ariana Grande's No Tears Left to Cry began playing, both queens jumped at the opportunity to prove themselves. Simone brought the personality, while Utica genuinely seemed to be enjoying herself as she danced energetically. Plus, both of them brought the passion. Ultimately, Simone edged Utica out and earned the Shantae from RuPaul.
Simone, Shantae, you stay.
Number 14, Olivia Lux versus Rosé. This lip sync to Elle King's X's and O's between Rosé and Olivia Lux was undoubtedly a fun one to watch. Both queens delivered, as they were not afraid to match the song's upbeat energy and make the performance their own.
It sounds so cliche and band camp to say that I am one with the music, but honey, I am one.
From Olivia Lux playing air guitar to Rosé's graceful twirls and somewhat awkward death drop, there was not a dull moment. Olivia even pulled off a mini outfit change at the very start. Her ability to embody the song's message and create a character was definitely impressive, and she emerged victorious. Ultimately, she and Rosé both really impressed us with this performance. Number 13, Candy Muse versus Olivia Lux.
There's nothing you can say or do for me, and I hear your reasons why.
As the queens acted in Henny Has Shrunk the Drag Queens, we understandably heard about their desire to make it through to the top 4, and were anxious to see what would happen. After the judges accused Candy Muse and Olivia Lux of one-note performances that failed to display new facets of their personalities, they found themselves on the chopping block. This was a make-or-break moment, and both queens brought energy and choreography to Cher's Strong Enough. In the end, Candy's determination and glittery maneuver earned her the coveted final spot in the race. All in all, the tune was great and everybody was having fun, which made for a good time.
I'm strong enough to know you gotta go.
Number 12, Candy Muse versus Joey J. These initial lip syncs acted as exciting windows into the personalities of the queens we were about to get to know. Joey J took a sultry approach to Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe, while Candy Muse immersed herself into the lyrics and created a character. Despite Joey J claiming to be a lip sync assassin, many felt it was actually Candy who brought the house down here. From the moment she pretended to turn on her boombox, we knew we were in for a treat. Considering how she playfully brought the girl in the song to life and won this lip sync, we were right. Funnily enough, this also foreshadowed Candy's crush on Joey. Number 11, Candy Muse versus Tamisha Iman.
I was dreaming in the beamer, just steaming. Can't believe that I caught my man cheating.
This week was revealing in more ways than one, as the queens created a disco-mentary. Namely, this was the episode where Tamisha and Candy dealt with the aftermath of their heated face-off in Untucked. Plus, we learned that Tamisha lives with an ostomy bag. So when they found themselves in the bottom two, fans were curious to see what would happen. Both queens really made this lip sync to Blue Cantrell's Hit 'em Up style, Oops, an enjoyable one to watch.
There goes the dreams we used to say. There goes the times we spent away.
Despite their different styles and personalities, this performance was on point because they both brought their passion for the art of lip syncing to the stage. And even Candy was emotional watching Tamisha Iman's sashay away afterwards.
Candy Muse. Shantae, you stay.
Number 10, Simone versus Tamisha Iman. A pairing we loved watching during the Pork Chop episode was Tamisha Iman and Simone. They expertly executed a lip sync to Janet Jackson's The Pleasure Principle, and the latter queen emerged victorious. She brought the attitude that we all know and love her for, and gave us all a performance full of high fashion and seduction. As for Tamisha, she injected this lip sync with classic old school dance moves and a flair that showcased her skill and talent.
It was all just one big night out on the town.
From Tamisha's arm movements to Simone's now iconic facial expressions, this was definitely an entertaining and thoughtful battle between two stunning queens. Number 9, the Lip Sync Smackdowns.
And tonight, we celebrate each of you as you prepare for a lip sync smackdown for the crown.
The grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race gave us 3 lip syncs in a sickening Britney Spears-themed smackdown for the crown. First, we saw Rosé go up against Candy Muse to work bitch, and the latter queen advanced to the final round. Then, Simone beat out Got Mick after they competed to Gimme More. Last but certainly not least, the top 2 queens took on Britney Spears' Till the World Ends in the final lip sync. After a passionate delivery, Simone snatched the crown. Overall, these performances were entertaining and had some great reveals and choreography. Simone's wig pop? Yes, please. But many felt that they didn't quite live up to the high standards set by the other lip syncs of the season. Number 8, LaLa Ri versus Denali. This lip sync to the Pussycat Dolls' hit song When I Grow Up was one to remember. Denali performed in ice skates because she obviously did not expect to put on a show in her entrance look.
I was not expecting to lip sync. This is not a lip sync outfit, but I'm gonna make it work.
But she did not let that, or her slipping dress, stop her from giving 100%. She delivered high kicks, cartwheels, and attitude for days. As for LaLa Ri, she gave us a true performance, full of great choreography, emotion, and plenty of face without ever missing a beat. She had a slight edge and was named the winner of this lip sync. This battle made it abundantly clear that both Denali and LaLa Ri are true entertainers, which we got to see once more when they were named the season's lip sync assassins and competed yet again in the reunited episode. Number 7, Simone versus Olivia Lux.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye.
As we entered the second week of the competition, fans and contestants alike were wondering how the season would play out. This episode focused solely on the queens who had won their week 1 battles, and no elimination was planned.
If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home, 'cause I was doing better alone.
Instead, this lip sync between Simone and Olivia Lux determined the winner of the week's challenge. As they performed Dua Lipa's Break My Heart, Olivia brought her adorable personality to the fore, while Simone felt the song in her bones and lip synced with elegance. She got the win, and the $5,000 cash tip. Both queens were in tune with the music, and just as they delivered in the Maxi Challenge, they proved that they were serious contenders with this performance.
Am I falling in love with the one break my heart.
Number 6. Candy Muse versus Simone. Typically, there is one double chantée per season on Drag Race. As we watch the lip syncs unfold, it's always fun to speculate on which queens will receive the honor. This season, it went to none other than Candy Muse and Simone following their lip sync to Fifth Harmony's Boss. This was an energetic number if ever we've seen one. But it wasn't until after Candy started sashaying away that Ru unexpectedly saved her.
Candy, wait. Stop. I'm not ready for you to go.
Not every fan of the franchise agrees that this lip sync deserved a double chantée, but it was undoubtedly a lively and dynamic performance. At the end of the day, Ru felt that it wasn't time for either queen to exit the race quite yet. And we are not complaining. Number 5. Denali versus Rosé.
Baby, have you seen Amy tonight? Is she in the bathroom? Is she smoking up outside? Oh.
Phenomenon focused on the first week's losing queens. Like the episode that preceded it, nobody went home. As was the case for Simone and Olivia, this was Denali and Rosé's chance to prove themselves and win some cash. As members of the Pork Chop group, the stakes were even higher for them. But prove themselves they did with this highly entertaining take on If You Seek Amy, a Britney Spears classic.
Denali is giving you Britney Spears.
Rosé balanced comedy and precision perfectly, while Denali, who earned the win, embodied the star and showcased what she can do without skates. The only thing that would have made this better is if Britney herself had been there. Number 4. Rosé versus Got Mick versus Candy Muse versus Simone.
That there be one feeling there. Did you think you could walk back?
As we watched the remaining queens fight for a spot in the finale, nobody knew how many queens, if any, would be going home. In a twist, RuPaul announced that each queen would lip sync for her life. Not only that, they would do so one by one.
But you're going to do it one at a time.
To everybody's delight, Rosé, Gottmik, Simone, and Candy all brought the house down with their individual renditions of I Learned from the Best. We were obsessed with these lip syncs from start to finish, and thank goodness RuPaul was as well.
When those tears are clouding up your eyes.
We all breathed a huge sigh of relief when she announced that they would all be moving forward to the grand finale. Frankly, we don't think we could have handled any other outcome. Number 3. Elliott with 2 T's versus Lala Ree.
You ain't know Texas women do it bigger.
This lip sync to Kelly Clarkson's Whole Lotta Woman was one of the season's closest and best. It was really hard to tell which queen was gonna win, and many fans felt the performance deserved a coveted double chantée. But that is not what RuPaul decided, and Lala Ree sashayed away.
Lala Ree, I am so glad the world got to taste the full Lala Ree experience.
However, that does not take away from the fact that both she and Elliott with 2 T's made this song theirs and mesmerized viewers everywhere. It felt more like they were collaborating than competing, which made it so fun. We could watch these 2 queens' simultaneous body rolls on repeat, and we intend to. Number 2, Lala Ree versus Joey J. After their bag ball looks underwhelmed the judges, Lala Ree and Joey J had to lip sync for their lives. Joey J was focused and delivered with her moves. She even prepared money to throw up in the air. But we really started screaming when Lala Ree hilariously picked those bills up and used them to her advantage. Was her outfit coming apart in front of our eyes? Absolutely. Did it matter? Not at all. She had us laughing and wanting more from start to finish. She truly delivered a La La Ree experience for the ages and was declared the winner.
La La Ree, Shantae, you stay.
Our eyes were glued to our screens for the entirety of this lip sync to Iggy Azalea and Charli XCX's Fancy. We just did not want it to end. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Denali versus Kimora Hall.
Don't close your eyes, your soul's up for life, and I'll be by your side.
As they lip-synced for their lives to Crystal Waters' 100% Pure Love, Denali had a clear advantage over Kimora Hall. The latter queen could barely move, let alone dance, due to her dress. As stoic as Kimora was, Denali was the complete opposite and absolutely stole the show.
I'll be your fantasy, your favorite dish.
Great choreography? Check. A plethora of passion? Check. Truly flawless lip syncing? Check. Simply put, she crushed it.
From the back to the middle.
Denali definitely cemented herself as a lip sync assassin with this endlessly entertaining performance. To say she had fans everywhere living is an understatement. It was everything, and will definitely go down in the Drag Race history books as one of the show's most captivating and memorable lip syncs.
When we were ranking this list, I said, as long as Chicago drag excellence is represented, I am fine. So, be sure to let us know in the comments how many times you have binge watched the Denali and Kimora lip sync. Or tell me which one you have watched the most. Or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton or on my YouTube channel. See ya.